hidden for half a century, rumoured but never proven. China's secret J-9 fighter jet has finally stepped out of the shadows. Born in the Cold War, it never flew. Yet its radical design shaped the J-10 and even the stealth J-20, the pride of Beijing's Air Force today. From mystery trains of scientists to canard wings and long-range missiles, this is the untold story of the jet that changed Chinese aviation without ever taking to the skies. For nearly 5 decades, the Chengdu J-9 fighter jet existed only as a rumour, a ghost of Chinese military aviation whispered about by analysts and enthusiasts, but never confirmed. No photographs, no video, no official records. Now, Beijing has broken its silence. In a rare disclosure, the state media has confirmed the J-9's existence and revealed that this long-abandoned project was not just real, but it became the design ancestor to some of China's most advanced fighters, including the 4th-and-a-half generation J-10C Vigorous Dragon and the 5th generation stealth J-20 Mighty Dragon. Both aircraft have made recent headlines. The J-10C was credited by Islamabad with shooting down 5 Indian fighter jets during the May India-Pakistan conflict, a claim India disputes. Meanwhile, Chinese state broadcaster CCTV boasted that the J-20 had flown undetected near Japan's Tsushima Strait and the Bashi Channel between Taiwan and the Philippines, areas guarded by advanced Patriot and THAAD air defense systems. The revelation of the J-9's role in this lineage sheds light on how China's combat aviation leapt from Soviet-inspired designs to indigenous world-class fighters. In May 1970, at the height of the Cold War, a train carrying over 300 scientists, engineers and technicians departed Shenyang in northeast China under a veil of secrecy. Their destination? Chengdu, in Sichuan province. The team, codenamed the J-9 Group, was tasked with developing an entirely new fighter platform at a former Air Force flight school. This would later become the prestigious Chengdu Aircraft Design and Research Institute, known as the 611 Institute, part of the state-owned Aviation Industry Corporation of China. Despite years of work, the J-9 never flew. Technical limitations, resource shortages, and shifting priorities meant the project was cancelled. But its research and innovations seeded the DNA of later successes. One of the J-9's most enduring legacies is the canard wing configuration, small forewings mounted ahead of the main wing. Recently, China's state-run Global Times conducted exclusive interviews with researchers at the institute who have participated in the development of these advanced fighter jets. During these interviews, the researchers also gave a peek inside one of the greatest combat aviation mysteries of our times, the existence of the J-9. Veteran Chengdu engineer Xi Pin recalled that the team proposed the canard layout to improve lift and maneuverability, a bold choice with no precedent in China at the time. While Sweden's Saab 37 Viggen featured fixed canards, the J-9's design was to be adjustable, offering greater aerodynamic advantage.
This layout had no precedent either in China or among technologically advanced nations like the US and the Soviet Union. At the time, the only vaguely similar design internationally was Sweden's Saab 37, but its canards were fixed. Ours was an original innovation.
Although the J-9 was shelved, the canard planform was carried forward into the J-10 and J-20. By the 1980s, canards had become a common feature globally, seen on the Eurofighter Typhoon, Dassault Rafale, Saab Gripen, and Russia's Su-30. But in China, it all began with the J-9. In the 1970s, Chinese fighters like the J-8 relied mainly on guns, with missiles as secondary weapons. The J-9 broke from this doctrine, incorporating air-to-air missiles as a primary armament and anticipating beyond visual range engagements that would later dominate modern aerial combat. Incidentally, today, China has some of the longest-range BVR missiles in the world. The Chinese PL-15, which Pakistan apparently used in its air duel with the Indian Air Force in May, is one of the most advanced AAMs in the world. Shai recalled that when the J-9 program was terminated, Song Wenkong, the chief designer of the J-10, instructed the Tactical Performance and Future Development Research Group to work on new ideas and carry forward the learnings from the J-9 project. The J-9's design studies pushed China to develop intercept systems and combat tactics for BVR scenarios. Shai proposed the creation of a dedicated research unit for tactical performance and future air combat evolution, a group that went on to influence the design philosophy of later aircraft. Today, China fields some of the longest-range BVR missiles in service, such as the PL-15 reportedly used by Pakistan in its 2019 air engagement with India. The J-9 may never have left the runway, but its influence is clear. Chief J-10 designer Song Wenkong once said that without the J-9's groundwork, there would be no J-7 and no J-10. That legacy now extends to the J-20, China's most advanced stealth fighter, which, according to state media, can penetrate some of the world's most heavily defended airspaces without detection. Both these aircraft carry the aerodynamic fingerprints and tactical thinking born out of the J-9 project. The J-9 began as an ambitious attempt to leapfrog China's dependence on foreign designs. While it failed as an operational aircraft, it succeeded in forcing China's aviation industry to innovate, adapt, and adopt new design philosophies that would later define its air combat capabilities. The secrecy surrounding the project for more than half a century mirrors the geopolitical environment in which it was conceived, one of isolation, espionage, and technological rivalry. Now, as China projects its air power across disputed regions from the South China Sea to the Himalayas, the J-9 emerges from the shadows not as a failure, but as a foundation stone for the dragons that followed.